Today's video is going to be on how to choose the highest quality protein powder and what to look for when choosing a protein powder. Now, anytime you walk into a supplement store, it can be a bit overwhelming with all the variety and all the different brand names there are in protein powders. The most important thing, though, is to know exactly what to look for so you do get the best protein. Protein is very important for you, and if you're not taking a protein powder immediately after workout, you definitely should. Protein powder supplementation is better than any other source of food protein because it breaks down in your system very rapidly, so it can begin to heal tissue, which shortens your downtime and your recovery time in between workouts. Now, whey protein is the best protein you can get, and there are two different types of whey protein. There's whey protein concentrate and whey protein isolate. The major difference between these two is whey protein concentrate is at least 80% protein, while whey protein isolate is at least 90% protein. There are two ways to find out what ingredient is in your whey. When you look at a powder, all you do is look at the ingredients. Some companies will clearly list whether it is whey protein isolate, whey protein concentrate, or a mix of the two. However, some companies choose their own names for their protein complexes in a proprietary complex, so it can be a little bit confusing. If this is the case, then all you need to do is take the amount of protein per serving and divide it by the grams that are in a serving size. Let me go over that again so you make sure you know what I'm talking about. When you look on the back of any protein powder, it's going to tell you how many grams of protein are in one serving under protein. Then when you go to the top, it tells you what the serving size is in grams. You divide the number of grams in the protein in the bottom by the total grams in the serving on the top. This should be at least 60%. Some are lower than this, and the reason is that some companies will put carbohydrates in their protein powders in the form of simple sugars. While some people agree with this method, I do not. I believe that your carbohydrates should be derived from plant sources. Apples, bananas, things like this. So when choosing a protein powder, not only should you look for whey protein concentrate or whey protein isolate is even better, but you should also make sure that the carbohydrates are as low as they can possibly be. This way you can choose the carbs that you get after your workout, whether you want them to be brown rice, an apple, a banana, or oatmeal is one of my personal favorites. And this is going to ensure that you stay in a growth-like state immediately after your workout. The fastest digesting carbohydrates are going to be in your whey protein powder. And it's good to have a little bit of these immediately after a workout to keep your body in an anabolic state, but you don't want too many of them. You want a little bit of a fast feeding carbohydrate, and then you want to accompany that with a slow feeding carbohydrate.